La Palina el Diario. I think I said that right. Maybe. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Cigar vlog. Okay, so I was going to do something completely different, and then I figured out, oh, I've already done that. So I kind of had a mad dash to figure out something to review, and this was it. And I had to look at the actual receipt, because the full name is, well, if it's on the actual band, I cannot find it. Anyway, name is a bit on the long end. What else is new? It's like there's a competition among cigar manufacturers on who can make the longest named cigar. Okay, I think we're good. And every so often, you find a winner in the more or less traditional lines that are more boutique oriented. Oh, okay, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this lit before I completely destroy it. Yeah, let's go ahead and roast it up good. Yes, indeed. If you light your cigar and it doesn't smell like bacon, you're doing something wrong. Okay, so, straight away, there's a little bit of sweetness, but the draw is super duper stiff. And I can tell right here, it's always right where the band is. There is a really, really hard knot that I don't know if I'm going to be able to massage out of there. But slightly cinnamony, nutmeggy, kind of graham crackery right to a hail. A little sweet, a little creamy. Natural tobacco, not bad. The only real issue so far is just a very snug draw. And that's kind of the problem with handmade products. Every so often you get one that's got a bullet in it. Anyway, we'll go and get this down to the first inch, see if anything wakes up changes, or hopefully it gets a little smoother, draw-wise. Anyway, hate that. Go to inhale, you got a big waft of smoke straight down your throat. Anyway, I'm gonna get this down to the first inch and see what happens from there. Alright, so pretty solid engine. Flavors are pretty consistent so far. Sweet, graham crackery, creamy, a little earthy. Overall, not bad. I'll say it does seem to be burning a little on the quick end, in spite of how snug the draw is, which is unusual. That said, it does seem to want to be auto-correcting pretty nicely. So, I'm going to get this down to the halfway point and see if it maintains this behavior, or possibly changes flavor, or does something, and we'll see how it goes. Also, I'm thinking this might be one of those lines made by like the old guys that still think the internet is a fad, because I'm thinking the band is secured with a gabagoo, and it's probably stuck to the wrapper. So we're gonna hold off on yanking that for as long as possible. Anyway, back to the halfway. Okay, so we're at a pretty good halfway point here. Make sure there's not some random weirdo walking by. Hello, bird. Okay, he's just gonna sit there and, oh, okay. Two birds, I don't think they quite know where to be. Okay, anyway, about the halfway point here. Flavors have been pretty consistent, and it's been sweet, baking spice, creamy, a little earthy. I want to say kind of like smoking a sweet roll, right? So obviously drink pairings, old-fashioned, specifically old-fashioned, as well as like whatever kind of coffee you like. But so far, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, this is a very traditional line, right? There's probably not going to be a whole lot of like flavor transitions, but what is there is going to be good and consistent. That's kind of the thing about your more traditional lines, is they tend to not really shake things up much, right? It's not a bad thing, but it's a very safe thing, right? Whereas you find something like a Drew Estate, which, like halfway through, you'll get a flavor transition, and all of a sudden you'll get the flavor that was not there when you started. Well, anyway, that's not this. This, I think, is probably going to be completely consistent all the way through until all of a sudden it gets like black at the end, which every cigar does. Anyway, A nice little echo going on in the tunnel here. And they've apparently been painting over graffiti like crazy. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this down the nub, yank the band at some point here. Boy, it's like cemented onto there. And hope for the best. So I'll get back to you at the nub. Okay, pretty good nub. Hopefully the breeze is not absolutely killing my audio. There's just enough of it that I can feel it so I know it's doing something. Anyway, like I said previously, flavors have been pretty consistent throughout. And that's kind of to be expected. More traditional lines tend to be a little less adventurous. That's not necessarily a bad thing because it's consistent, which makes it very predictable, comfortable, cozy, right? A flavor profile like this one, sweet, baking spice, a little bready, a little creamy. Like I said, it's like smoking a sweet roll. I imagine this would be just fine, like after a get together, done with dinner, everybody's relaxing, fire one of these, with a nice old-fashioned cocktail, finish out your night in style. That said, I don't actually know what the price point is on these because I got it as a bundle, so these could be a little on the pricier side if you're not careful. Anyway, yeah. Something stuck in the lip. I keep hearing tires. There's always a loud motorcycle. Also, I've seen a really weird uptick in electrically powered scooters. Like, not like a Vespa scooter, I mean like, you know, a Razor scooter that's got a motor on it. Call me kook, but that just seems like to be kind of, it's kind of, you know, kind of defeats the purpose of a scooter in the first place, right? Well, anyway, that's just me. Anyway, definitely recommend these. Very good cigar. As far as the snug draw, this is the only one of these I've had, so this could just be sample size of one. Don't take that too seriously. Some of them may be a little smoother, some of them may be a little tighter. Don't know. That's kind of one of the hazards of handmade products, right? Everything has to be hand-fitted, and sometimes it's a little tight. But anyway, that is pretty much it for this. Definitely check these out. That said, if you like this review or any of the review, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you had a different experience. Beyond that, I got a Twitch channel, Sunday, Friday night, 10 to 2 a.m. I'm going to just stop preempting that because it's just like, it's its own thing now. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. I'll see you next time.